Yo, what's up, guys? Today I'll be ranking the prestige roster in Anime Battle Arena. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Yomet. This list is from worst to best, and I'll explain why each character is placed where they are with examples so you really get what I mean. So, on the number 12 spot is Super Dummy. Super Dummy is easily the worst prestige character in this entire game. He is basically so trash, bruh. His moveset is awful. Two of his moves, like his healing, his healing's I, but his block, literally, I already have a block button, so that one move is already useless, and the lag move is also useless because I can literally and one him. Yeah. So he only has one actual damage move, so most of the time you are forced to rely on M1s. For example, if you fight literally any real character like Goku or Luffy, you'll notice you can't even start a proper combo. You land M1s, do no damage, and then get punished immediately. On top of that, his VFX are trash and unfinished, and his damage is way lower than every other prestige character. There's generally no scenario where picking Super Dummy is a good idea. Except for if you're really good and want to flex on other people that you can win against them with the worst character. Number 11, Mr. President. Mr. President is slightly better, but still really bad. His visual effects are also low quality, and his kit is extremely limited. He basically has one extender, which means your combo routes are super predictable. For example, once your opponent figures out that single extender, they can just block or dash out and you're done. His damage is low, and while he's more fun as Super Dummy, he still loses most matchups just because he can't keep pressure. So moving on to number 10, we have Achilles. Achilles feels like the worst version of Chuchlane. His extender is barely an extender, it's like a 0.5 extender, and it isn't even true half the time. It's the fault of I think so. You often land it, think you can combo, and then the opponent just blocks or escapes. His awakening is fun in public matches, like when everyone is grouped up and not paying attention. But in rank, it's not reliable. For example, against a decent player, you pop awakening, still struggle to secure the kill because it's basically based on M1s. The biggest upside is honestly the Osovo skin, which is a fanboy. But gameplay wise, he's just mid at best. So moving on to number 9, we have Shisui. Shisui is basically a worse Itachi. He has lower damage and higher cooldowns, which already puts him at a disadvantage. His mode is especially bad. For example, you activate your mode and then the opponent just double jumps, air dashes, runs away for a few seconds. By the time you get close, your mode is almost gone, meaning you gain nothing from it. He's not useless, but he's outclassed by characters that do the same thing better. And his awakening also only has close range moves. That's why he's kinda trash. Number 8, Satsuki Kiruin. Satsuki is essentially a Ryuko Matoi reskin. She's actually a strong character, good damage, solid moves, and decent combo potential. For example, in a 1v1, she can easily keep pressure and punish mistakes. The problem is that Ryuko exists and does everything she does, but better. Ryuko has flashier VFX and more satisfying gameplay, so unless you specifically like Satsuki, there's no real reason to pick her over Ryuko. Like some skins are better. Well, I think if there's a game character skin you can get, maybe that's cool for you. Okay, so now we're actually moving on to the good picks. Deidara is one of the best characters for public matches. He's number 7. His ultimate lets him farm points insanely fast in public matches. So his one tap, I believe, immediately kills everyone in the server. So let me explain further. You pop ult in a crowded pub server, throw out explosion, and suddenly you have multiple kills without even directly fighting anyone. He also has an annoying auto-tracking guard break, combo extends, which makes him super frustrating to fight. His VFX are outdated, but the rest of his skin is a massive W and carries his visuals hard. So moving on to number 6, Tokito Oma. I also have this character. Tokito Oma is a go-to 1v1 character, but he's really hard to use because his fighting style is really close up, but extremely rewarding. It's all about close range combat and M1 pressure. For example, if you are good at spacing and M1 trades, you can completely overwhelm your opponent and keep them locked down. His visual effects are fine, not insane, but his gameplay is what makes him shine. In skilled hands, he's terrifying. So moving on to the top 5. On the number 5 spot, we have Hercule Satan. Hercule Satan is way stronger than people expect. He has access to a crazy 120-0 combo, meaning one mistake from your opponent can cost him an entire stock. For example, you land a single opening, start the combo, and the opponent literally cannot play the game until they're dead. His VFX are basic, and his gameplay relies heavily on M1s, which can get repetitive, but if your goal is winning, Hercule is one of the best picks. I actually think that Hercule Satan is the best character, but not the most fun character from the prestigious. So moving on to the number 4 spot, Zamasu. So Zamasu is basically a Vegito, or actually a combination between Vegito and Goku Black reskin, but he's still really strong. After getting buffed, he gained more combo extenders, making him much more threatening. For example, in 2v2s, his big AoE attacks can hit both opponents at once, completely swinging the fight. His visual effects look good even if most are reused, and his overall presence in fights is really strong. So on the number 3 spot, we have Obito. Obito has insanely strong moves and enough raw power to 2v1 people. His only real downside is that he doesn't have a proper awakening, just a heal. For example, even without an awakening, Obito can pressure 2 opponents at the same time, still come out on top. His visual effects are decent but not amazing, but his strength alone earns him this spot. But you can also have the opinion that Lemillion is better. I actually agree on that take. Lemillion has an actual awakening. He has a permeation, the same as Obito, and I think Lemillion has a weaker base, but the mode makes up for it. So yeah, only pick Obito if you really like the character. Otherwise, you can just buy Lemillion. So on the number 2 spot, we have Zenitsu. Zenitsu is one of the most fun characters in the game. One-tapping people never gets old, and his one-shot attacks have insane visual effects. For example, landing a clean one-shot on a full health opponent instantly changes the momentum of a match. He doesn't have an awakening, but the speed, damage, and visuals more than make up for it. Just one-shotting people is insanely fun to do. He's one of the most fun characters I've played in a while. So, finally, on the number 1 spot, you've probably made your guesses already, but I think that Shadow Dio is the best prestige character to pick against. To pick in ABA. Shadow Dio is the best prestige character in ABA, no contest. His combos are insane, his visual effects are clean, and his ultimate is basically a free stock. In this ultimate, you can time stop the game and you can basically get a free stock. The opponent is almost guaranteed to lose life. He dominates neutral combos and team fights, making him the most complete prestige character in the game. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I see you guys in the next one. Later.